Zeke's secret ass wiping technique. The show's in the shitter for me. Why give us that if you're not gonna give it
It
to
ain't
us?
secret. He's got stank balls. He goes back to front. He wipes it all towards his scrot.
He goes down the middle, not to the side.
No, he goes. Yeah,
Instead of wiping to the back, he pulls it all forward.
Straight to the
He's a
bottom.
primate though.
Hello, anime fans, and welcome to That Anime Podcast for casual anime fanatics, where we talk all things anime in a fun and uncensored fashion for your listening pleasure. I'm your host, Jordo, and here with me, as always, my co-host and baby brother, Brennan. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the Animob. Follow us on Instagram for more anime content at That Anime Podcast. Send us a message if you listen to our show, please. Brennan, how you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good. I'm not watching too many new things. I am watching one new show and another show I just want to tell you guys about because I'm sure a lot of you will like it.
What you watching? What is it?
I'm watching, it's called Ore Monogatari. Colton, you may have seen it. Or My Love Story is I don't know what people call it. I feel like I've heard more people call it Ore Monogatari.
That's hard to say.
It's called My Love Story is the English translation. It's like that big dude. So here's the synopsis. It's like a big guy. He's like a giant, basically. Kind of looks like a monkey. He's got big lips. Basically, he's ugly and tall. So I guess the girls don't like him. And all the girls that he's ever loved his whole life have fell in love with his best friend, who's like the typical good-looking kid who's like quiet and all the girls like him, but he never ever says anything. And then I guess basically, finally this one girl ends up liking him, but he's like so oblivious, he automatically thinks that he likes his friend again. So he likes being the such good guy he is. He's trying to like set them up the whole time because he's clueless. But it's pretty funny so far. I've only watched like 7 or 8 episodes. I like it a lot. It's a romance, but I think it's more of a comedy.
Yeah, I've seen it on the Crunchyroll.
I think it was whenever it came out. I don't know the exact year. But I know it was pretty popular back then, so we decided to start watching it. I'd recommend it if you want to watch a romance one that's pretty funny.
What's it called again?
My Love Story. Or
My Love Story. That's much easier to say.
But it's funny because he's like, besides like his looks, he's like kind of like all arounder. Like he's athletic as crap. He's fast. He's like the perfect guy. But
isn't there a character like that in My Hero Academia that's like a tall, big lipped guy?
Yeah,
he's in one of
He has
class.
a
the sugar guy
sugar power.
who eats the sugar. Yeah, his lips are like that.
Yeah,
They're
that's
like
what I'm
big.
thinking of right now.
But you should watch it. He's like just basically like he's not smart, so he doesn't have that going for him. But everything else, he's kind of like an all arounder. So it's like girls should like him because of his heart and stuff. And then he's like a stud. He like saves kids, saves animals. But yeah,
Okay,
I'd give it a watch. I'd recommend it, even though I haven't finished. I see it's 24 episodes. I thought it maybe it'd go to 13, so I'm interested to see what's gonna happen because I kind of thought it would end like when he and the girl kind of found out they actually do like each other, but it's still going. Not to spoil anything
What made
too
you
much.
start watching that? Was Darby interested in it?
I just wanted to watch something different, and
Yeah.
all the shit I've been trying to get her to start, she hasn't really been feeling. She likes this one, and we've been watching like 1 or 2 episodes just before bed.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for the rec. My Love
other
Story.
one, and then we'll get to Colton. It's on Netflix. It's not even an anime. It's called Age of Samurai: Battle for Japan. Have you guys seen that?
No.
It's like
Is it CGI'd or is it
no,
actual
it's not.
animation?
It's like a historical piece, but they reenact it as they go. It's over.
I have seen that. It's not an anime.
No, it's not an
Yeah,
anime.
yeah.
It's just like straight off history. But I mean, they probably add a little twist on it because I feel like there's some stuff they like put on like they'd have no way of knowing, but it makes the story sound better. And then they reenact it. Probably if you're watching anime, you're into Japanese culture and history.
You're a
samurais are just samurais are just badass too. So it's just I think it's only like 6 or 8 episodes, so it's a quick watch. They're about 45 minutes. I watched that in like 2 days, so I'd recommend for anybody who just likes Japanese samurais and interested in anything like that.
Speaking of samurais, and we'll get to Colton. Colton's on the show with us as well today. Let me introduce him. Colton, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Good to be back.
Good. Well, before I lose my thought, speaking of samurai, I just realized this. In Naruto, the only two characters that dressed like samurai are Madara Uchiha and Hashirama.
Mifune, they got the whole samurais to join them in the war. Clan there. Remember, they wear the mask. They're basically fodder, though. Sasuke killed like hundreds of them by himself whenever he entered the Five Kage Summit.
Was that in Shippuden?
It was in Shippuden. Remember when he entered the Five Kage Summit, the declaration of war?
Yeah, it was in the samurai.
Yeah, it was in the land of steel, which is all full of samurai.
Oh, yeah,
and then Mifune, who's the leader, he's actually the one who killed the
Is that the guy with the cube? Cube magic?
That's
the old man with the big nose?
No, that's the Mizukage, or the Tsuchikage.
Yeah, that guy
was... the fence setter. Yeah, that technique's probably OP as fuck.
Yeah,
he's one of the more powerful characters in Naruto.
He was hurting his back. And
they did him dirty in Boruto, though.
But Mifune, he was the leader of the samurai, and he is the one who killed the reanimated version of Hanzo the Salamander, who's like the one who beat the Sannin and let them live, if you remember that.
Okay.
He was the old person that ruled over the Hidden Rain before Pain.
Oh, yes.
So that was like the samurai's big fight. They're obsolete to ninja, which I guess kind of happened in, historically, like, warfare kind of moved to ninja over samurai, covert operations and shit like that.
Guerrilla warfare.
Yeah. But the Age of Samurai doesn't really get to the ninja part of it. I bet they're going to do more because I'm sure it's doing pretty well. And they only got to, like, when Japan got united. It didn't get to, like, the Mongol invasion and things like that.
Okay, nice. Well, I'll have to check that out. What you watching any new shows this week, Colton?
Oh, nothing new, no. Just the usuals.
You don't start new shows because you just have a queue of, like, 200-300 shows that you have to keep up with.
I don't have that many. I got, like, 5 or 6.
Well, I started a couple new shows, but we'll get to those. I got to start out with my anime update. I've got 3 things here. The first, 7 Deadly Sins, which I talked about last week, is not one that I would recommend. But as I said, I watch it. I enjoy it. It has plot holes. It has some flaws in the animation. But the final movie confirms a release date, July 2nd in Japan. So for all of the 7 Deadlies out there that enjoy that show secretly like myself, we have that to look forward to. No idea when it's going to come to the U.S., though. We still don't even have Demon Slayer here.
Yeah, it's annoying.
But, yeah, we got that. Second update. So we're recording Sunday, which is day of when we dropped the episode, and we did that so that we could talk about the newest episode of Attack on Titan that was supposed to come out today. But I guess there are earthquakes going on in Japan, in Hakayama or something.
Yeah, they even almost had a possible tsunami, but I guess they canceled that out now.
Yeah, so they're delaying the release of the episode 73 for Attack on Titan final season.
So hopefully tomorrow, but it's not coming out today, they said.
Yeah.
So it's weird to think that, like, there's only, like, 3 more episodes. Like, I feel like there's too much to cover. I hope it doesn't. Yeah. I don't know why I always fucking bring up Game of Thrones talking about Attack on Titan, but I hope it doesn't feel cramped at the very end like that, like it did for GOT.
I don't think that they will. I think that Mappa did a great job marketing it as the final season, full knowing that they're going to either come out with a second half
of
the season or a movie.
Half, to be honest. Movies are great and all, but I just hate the waiting.
I've even been reading rumors that they might just decide, yeah, we're going to do a 5th season that extends past the manga.
I hope they don't do that because I want them to stick to the manga because whoever's writing it, he's the one who built this. I hate it when it's never as good when you stray away.
I don't like the animes that stray away from the manga either.
Yeah, like Full Metal original, because they ran out of manga before Brotherhood.
La Kill. I don't know if you guys have watched
Kame ga Kill. That one doesn't.
It's pretty dark, but
because it didn't have enough material, or they just wanted to do more episodes.
It ended, but they strayed it totally left from the manga and the anime. Totally separate endings.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about anything about the manga, so if I did watch it, I wouldn't even notice. But
yeah, we got 3 episodes left on Attack on Titan, and yeah, Brennan's right. There's a lot of ground to cover, but I mean, when there's a battle, the story moves forward quite fast.
There hasn't been a battle in a while.
That's what I'm saying. If
the next
shit hits the
titled
ceiling,
Savagery. So
I mean, they've literally had about 3 episodes now. It's all been like setting things up, but it's just been setting up more.
Reports are Levi's got in action in this next episode that was supposed to drop tonight.
Here's what I need. If we don't find out Zeke's secret ass wiping technique, the show's in the shitter for me. Why give us that if you're not gonna give it to us?
It ain't secret. He's got stank balls. He goes back to front. He wipes it all towards his throat.
He goes down the middle, not to the side.
No, he goes. Yeah.
Instead of wiping to the back, he pulls it all forward.
Straight to the
He's a primate though.
He's got to have some secret way, man. And if we don't find out what it is, I mean, just give it to the fans. It's just for fan service sake.
Was Colt? Was he on Paradise?
No, we only showed Peak.
We didn't show the fucking little mask one. The Ymir Titan.
Jaw?
The Jaw Titan.
They didn't show.
Just showed Peak.
Yep.
I can't remember. That was like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, Gilliard. They have 3 names for Gilliard. Gilliard. Peak has a nickname for him.
Yeah.
But either way, okay, we'll get to Attack on Titan.
I didn't know if they were all. I thought Reiner was there too, though. They didn't show Reiner.
No.
I think it did.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Like
they
you know how
Peak.
They just
showed
showed
Peak.
Peak.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're all there.
She looked like a
she just
beggar.
infiltrated.
Oh yeah, I wonder how they got there so quick.
Yeah.
I mean, shit's not that far away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
It's just like a little island.
Third update, which is the one I am most excited about. Rising of the Shield Hero has a date now for season 2 premiering October 2021.
I'll
Still a
watch
freaking
season
long
1
ways
before
away.
then.
So what we're going to do is when we get a specific number of weeks out, we'll start watching episode by episode and devoting 15 minutes to it. That way, whenever the season 2 premieres, we can hit it in stride. How's that sound?
Yeah, I can watch it by October for sure.
Yeah, you need to watch it. You said you watched Goblin Slayer?
Oh, yeah, we're going to start. That's the first segment. Yeah. So
synopsis only. I haven't seen any of it. So
yeah, just the first episode.
I thought I did, but what was the one I thought it was? I
thought it was a different.
I know. I thought it was a different one where they like had to kill goblins.
No, that was like an in-game one. This one's actually called He Kills Goblins.
Don't spoil anything.
He does.
So in the first episode, I got to talk about it. So I started 2 new shows this week, and the first one is Goblin Slayer, and I gotta say, we talked about last week, Brennan, that our next episode would be hentai. Hentai, is it hentai or hentai? Hentai. And this, I would say, it could fall into the hentai category because these goblins be straight raping women.
Ravage.
They don't show anything, but the first episode I'll say it's the cringiest.
They full on show a goblin getting up behind a girl, grabbing her butt.
Damn.
They're straight rapers.
Pillaging.
But it was a good show. I like how it's dark. I mean, it has I feel like Rising of the Shield Hero picked up a lot of inspiration from the show.
And that's why our people like that redo of Healer that you guys have heard about. It's kind of like Shield Hero, but hentai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't ever watch that.
Yeah,
I mean, I might if you never know where your path will take
second
you.
Episode, but yeah.
But as of right now where I'm at, I'm not even interested.
I don't know how far I want to go with it.
Yeah. So yeah, this Goblin Slayer show,
Brennan, ain't casual anymore.
It's good. It's not like
Goblin Slayer
super
I watched,
perverted. I mean,
I will say that's the only episode where it's like
I don't really adult themes don't bother me at all. Like that's fine. Like because I don't look at animation to be like has to be like childish or like soft.
Yeah,
like, it can be just as gruesome as any show or movie to me, and like I won't think anything of it.
Yeah,
kind of like The Hills Have Eyes. Like
shit
gets pretty grody. I've seen that movie.
Yeah, that movie. I've seen everyone they come out with.
We watched that in Minnesota, remember?
They got worse and worse.
Tita Paul.
Those inbred. So those goblin kids.
It says they'll remember you. They'll come back and kill your family.
Are those products of the goblins raping humans, or those inbreeding goblin on goblin?
I think the humans can, or the goblins can inbreed with the humans, but I think it's goblin.
So it's Hills Have Eyes special. They keep.
No, Brennan. These goblins are creepy too, and they get you with their numbers.
Yeah.
They know that they're minions.
They're small. They're weak, but they're just like
they're weak, but they're tricky because you fight them on their turf, so you have to go into their cave to kill them.
And his name.
How do they start pillaging? They just attack villages.
They attack villages when everybody's out on like raiding parties. Because
you'll get the whole backstory of his name is Goblin Slayer.
That's so it's set in a world like an RPG. Like you go have a party, you have a priest, you have a tank, you have a guy that deals out damage, a mage. So it's a cool little world. But I only watched the pilot, and I'm in on this show. I'm not a fan of rape or goblin rape especially, but I can appreciate the darkness that a lot of anime does not provide. because it gets intense. Like
yeah,
the first episode,
I mean, it's serious, but yeah, I'm sure it builds the world up to be like these things are a serious fucking threat.
Yeah,
you know, like more than just taking your life. Like,
I mean, and it's just one of those episodes where like you get introduced to all these characters, and you're like, oh, these people are going to be important, and they they fucking all die. First episode, like, I guess none of these people were important. But Goblin Slayer, have to recommend. Another one that I've had my eye on to start is Dorohedoro. And I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but
Dorohedoro.
I've had it on my watch list. I've almost watched it several times, and we had a fan reach out. Her name's Kaylee, and she was like, pretty much, you need to watch it. It's a sleeper pick. So I threw that on a couple days ago, and it's good. And you know what? Mappa is the studio that
they got a new one coming out on
Netflix
one too, pretty soon.
So, Dorohedoro, Brendan, did you get a chance to watch it?
I didn't. I was gonna. I forgot why I didn't. I think I typed in Toradoro.
Toradoro's a love story.
Yeah. I think I typed that one in, and then I was like, shit, is this the one? And then I never got to it.
Toradoro's good too. I've actually watched it.
So do you know what Dorohedoro is about?
No, I don't.
So I'll just give the synopsis of it. So it's a world of mages.
I've watched it. I thought it was called Kaiman, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, I've already watched this.
So it's a world of mages, and this guy, he got his memory taken away, and he's a lizard man now.
His name's Kaiman.
His name is Kaiman, which is a type of
lizard,
reptile. Yeah.
Oh shit! I think I have watched the pilot for that.
And so he's got a man inside of him, and he puts people's mages' heads in his mouth so that the man will come up and talk to them. And then he asks him, "What did the man say to you?" Because he's trying to find the mage that turned him into a lizard.
Yeah, maybe I haven't seen that.
Because there's magic users in the human world, and the magic users created a world like they call it
the hole,
to where they can go practice magic on the humans.
Yeah,
and Kaiman was one of the victims of it.
But he's not a wizard himself.
But he's immune. He's immune to their spells because he already has a powerful spell cast on him that makes him a lizard. Yeah. So he's killing all these mages.
How does he? Was he get lizard powers like the?
He's got.
He's just got some claws. Yeah,
super
so like Spider-Man, the lizard guy.
Pretty much.
I can't think of his name.
He's basically a lizard. What do they call that guy?
Doctor.
No, it's not Doc Ock. It's.
I mean, he's a doctor though too.
Yeah, they're always doctors.
He's like the one. You know, it's the Andrew Garfield one, the first one where he's like got the little stub arms and he's like injecting himself.
Yeah, what did they call him?
I don't know, but he
looks like that.
Yeah, is that what I mean? Like, so he gets his powers just because lizards are apex predators in there.
But I don't know if it's the English translation, but the voice actor for English kind of makes him seem like he's your typical main character dumbass. Like he's supposed to be funny, not smart.
You're watching it in English?
He's a brute.
Yeah, I'm watching it in English.
Yeah,
and he's got a sidekick. Her name is Nikaido. And you know who she reminds me of, Colton? Like just based off looks.
Full Metal.
She reminds me of Mirio Togata. Like the same art style. Just a blonde, blue-eyed, happy-go-lucky, everything goes their way character.
Yeah, like the drawing style of. I mean, a lot of the anime drawing styles.
Most of it is
same.
CGI.
The drawing style, if you watch Kengan Ashura, it's exactly like that.
So it's like the CGI. I thought you were talking like in general. You know how some anime shows, like all the characters in a way they look the fucking same.
Oh
and
no!
There's a few that really distinguish themselves, like Bleach, for instance. I think those characters have, he draws it very unique.
Yeah, it ain't that way. But yeah, Goblin Slayer, Dorohedoro. Gotta recommend them both. I'm super excited about both. Dorohedoro is not as dark as Goblin Slayer. It's more of like a casual. But if you like Rising of the Shield Hero or Hunter x Hunter, Goblin Slayers, you're gonna like it. You didn't start any new ones, did you, Colton? Just keeping up with the usual queue.
The usual queue. I usually finish the ones I have, and then I start like a whole new group. Okay. I haven't really started anything new lately.
Non-animated movie I watched last night. I think it just came out. It's the Tom and Jerry movie, the new one for 2021
on HBO Max.
Yeah, on HBO Max.
Still waiting for.
It's I mean, shit. If you just go, if you're just going in to watch
Justice League Snyder Cut's dropping.
Yeah,
this weekend or next week.
I mean, I'm excited about that for sure. Yeah. Just to see if it really is going to be better.
I'm waiting for Godzilla vs Kong.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that. All right, well let's transition into Attack on Titan. You guys ready?
Yeah.
So, let's talk about episode 7. Let's just talk about what's happened recently. So,
Gabby got punched in the fucking face.
So yeah, let's talk about
Falco
Gabby.
Got his ass knocked out with a wine bottle with some Titan juice in it, I guess.
Yeah.
So
we knew some. I'm happy that we found out that Niccolo is not on the side of Helena and Zeke. He truly is part of the Eldians now. Like he stopped
because he fell
them
in
from
love.
drinking. Yeah, he fell in love with Sasha. But I was honestly for him killing Gabby, to be honest. Like
I knew he wouldn't.
A lot of anime watchers were.
Yeah. But good for Sasha's dad for saying that thing about if we kill the youth.
Yeah.
We can't let them get trapped in the forest too long like Sasha did. But yeah, they keep bringing in Sasha's death over and over. They're pounding it into her head, you know. But that girl that she made friends, Gabby, the little blonde girl,
she was
Sasha's
ready to slit her fucking
throat.
throat.
Yeah, she was like felt super betrayed. But I think finally Gabby has realized how effed up and wrong her side is. Like she's doing the exact same thing.
For sure.
Yeah, freaking Niccolo bludgeoned her with a wine bottle.
Well,
that was Falco.
He bludgeoned Falco.
That was Falco, yeah.
Yeah, Falco he got knocked out, and then that's how it got in his mouth.
Yeah,
because
I guess Zeke told Levi 5 years earlier that on Marley's orders they were to put his spinal fluid into, in a gaseous form.
Yeah, that's how they changed people whenever they attacked on the big battle where Erwin died. That's what they did to that whole town.
Right.
They gassed them, and then he turned them all in, and that's why they all like shot up. And like Connie's town too.
Yeah,
that's
he
what
said
they
it
did.
initially paralyzes them. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why that one was just laying there.
And then
that was Connie's mom.
And then he's able to turn them into Titan by his scream.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they've had that tech.
He did it to maintain his cover, as Zeke says.
At this point, you pretty much are realizing Zeke and Helena they have nobody on their side, but they're on nobody's side. But
yeah, that's what Levi was saying to Zeke, that like you say you're like for the Eldians, but he's like no remorse for turning all those people, you know, in those towns into Titans.
Yeah,
you can tell. When they introduced Helena, I was just like, something's up.
Is it Helena or Selena?
Helena,
the blonde.
Sure? Yep,
the tall blonde.
It's Yelena.
Yeah, Yelena.
Yelena.
I knew Helena. Didn't
I knew
sound
her
right.
immediately when they introduced her. I was like, oh, she's about to fuck.
Sometimes I think it's Armin. I got to look at them both for a second.
She does look like a tall Armin.
They got that bob cut.
I just wondering why they made her look so much like Armin.
I think it's just the drawing style. All the characters they're not super distinguishable besides their haircuts.
Because when I don't read every chapter thing, but I skip around on it, and then I saw her in it. I was like, is that freaking Armin? He's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
But
I mean, their haircuts are different, but it's like they look pretty damn fucking close.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that Yelena, because of how tall she is and blonde, she's part of the Tiber family. Because if you remember, all their guards were blonde, tall ass people.
Could be.
And so, like, all of this up to this point has been completely planned by Yelena and Zeke. We still don't know who knocked up.
They didn't even fucking talk about that. I already forgot.
Princess. Yeah, Historia. We finally got the scene of Eren Yeager throwing his jacket over his arms.
And they said they did the manga watches dirty. What? You know how in the intro, on the trailer of it, they actually did the actual manga form of it? And then they did some completely different. Because that's an iconic scene in the manga.
In the manga.
We may be saving it for another episode. Who knows?
I don't know. It's already passed. I don't know how they could save it.
I feel like everybody got glowed down besides Eren.
Eren's
like everybody else looks like shit.
They need to release what Eren's ab routine was. He's got that
whipping
thick
around
8-pack.
unrealistically on fucking ODM gear.
Well, they're all ripped. Even when Armin got out of like last season,
when he got burnt to a fucking crisp, he was ripped.
And then he was reincarnated out of the.
Well, yeah, because it burned up all his fat.
I know, but they were all.
He was freaking ripped too.
I don't think you can be. I think just through the training and shit, you'd kind of get ripped.
You gotta be something,
And then just to keep it up, especially them.
Swinging in trees, you gotta have a strong core to do that.
I mean, the physics of that shit would never work. Like, their legs would fucking break when they, like, landed on roofs and shit.
Oh, yeah.
The ODM gear. Their necks would probably snap, too, getting pulled forward at that speed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're whipping around pretty dang quick.
Yeah.
This next episode, stuff's gonna happen. Zeke and Levi in the woods.
You think
all those people are drinking wine.
You think they're gonna... Oh, that's probably the fucking spinal fluid, huh?
Yeah, it is for sure the spinal fluid. I think Nicolo's right in his suspicions that they were told by Yelena to give it to all the officers. So he's basically disrupting the whole Eldian army.
Well, because then it only leaves Eren. to be, which is I think what most of them want.
Yeah.
And all the Eren followers knew about the wine. I don't know if Eren actually does.
Yeah, the Jaegerists.
Jaegerists, yeah.
What do you think about that name? It's like terrorists, I guess.
It's
kind of stupid, but
I think that's what they were going.
It's easy to. It is easy, like Pixis said. Like we'll call them the Jaegerists. It does make it easy to like inform them, like you know who they're talking about.
Jaegerists,
the people that follow.
I think that's
them.
what they were going for. So.
Yeah.
I think it's fitting because it kind of sounds like it's a force to be reckoned with, and they're intense about it, like a cult. Like no matter what Eren says, they'll follow because he has been the one time and time again to.
I mean, I don't think those people are fucking crazy to follow him. Honestly, like I would.
That Flock dude, when he turned around and gave the look, like I knew about the wine all along. He looked straight evil.
Oh yeah,
he's come a long way from being the lone survivor of that last barrage when they're getting hit with rocks. He was the one who survived whenever Erwin led the last charge.
I was wondering where he was from. So he was the one who was scared and saying, so it doesn't matter if we live or die.
And he like went out there and he was like, why did I live? And then he was also pissed that Armin, instead of Erwin, got to receive the Titan shot.
Right. Because Erwin talked him up.
He just thought it'd be better for humanity.
They tried to give Erwin it, but he threw Levi's arm off and said, no, fucking let me die.
I forgot about that.
I mean, shit, it does. Looking back now, it's like, I mean, they had to do Armin, but it would be cool to see Erwin still alive right now.
Yeah, Erwin was a.
But they would have robbed him of a good death too.
And Erwin living would have robbed us of the where we are in the show right now.
Yeah.
Now none of this probably would have happened.
Yeah.
True.
What? Oh, so the brass guy getting exploded.
Who's Zachary?
Yeah, Zachary.
He's weird. He's the one who, whenever they got those officials out of office, didn't he have one like pinned up backwards, buck ass naked? Some like tormenting machine. I think that was season 3 though.
What did they had a different name for him?
They called him Zachary, I know.
No,
which guy?
The old guy that got blown up.
Yeah, it was Zachary. I promise.
The old guy that got blown up.
They called him. They had another nickname for him.
They may have.
I can't remember.
Shoot. But yeah, that was intense. And Armin and Mikasa almost got caught in the explosion from that as well.
Dallas Zachary, Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, the head guy.
What did they call him? What did they call his position though?
Huh. What was it?
Either way, I don't think that he knew he was about to explode.
But, no, he fucking didn't.
Yeah, it's getting real.
He wasn't that great of a leader anyways. Like, the people were
Pixis
fucking...
it's the premier, Zachary.
The premier. Yeah. That's what they called him, the premier. Okay. Yeah, because they weren't calling him Zachary. They were calling him just premier when I was watching.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm super bummed we didn't get to watch the new episode tonight because...
I mean, prayers to all those families.
Shit was going to go down tonight.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a fight tonight.
That Armin and Mikasa are going to take Eren's side or, like, try to stop him right there.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about the look that Eren gave
What's the significance of the blood on his hands? Is that to show that I could go Titan right now?
Yeah, he's
like,
saying,
hey, here's the pain. Let me just give a reason to myself.
I mean, Armin could too right then if he tried.
That's true. I forget that he's a Titan.
Yeah.
Eren would whoop his ass, though.
That's just showing that, hey, as soon as I mean business, because if he goes Titan right there before Armin can, he could kill them both.
What was up with his eyes being all squinty? Or you think that was... What's the significance in us showing his eyes looking like that? Like that he's changed? He's not the same Eren? Or do you think he's just shouldering a burden that...
Yeah, you got to think he's got all the knowledge of all the previous Attack Titans, the Warhammer Titan, which is probably the big one that changed him even more. And then what else does he have? The Founding Titan. It's just a lot of knowledge. So remember the old Kings? Kenny said he could always see in his eyes like he changed the day he took in the Founding Titan.
Yeah.
Same thing with Eren. He's just got that look in his eyes like he's always looking off in the distance. So I think Eren's just like that too now.
Yeah, because I think he's going along with Zeke and Helena or Yelena right for now, but he's got his own agenda.
Yeah, they're not gonna. I mean, something's gonna come to heads between the two brothers,
okay,
half brothers.
Jean, let's talk about
Van Damme.
I think Jean might be the person who knocked up Historia.
You think he got uglier?
No, okay, but. So, you remember when at the beginning of the season, they showed somebody in Marley buying a newspaper, and we all thought it was Eren. That was actually Jean. So, he had already infiltrated. I don't know why. I saw a meme of that. So,
I mean, I could see that because
they'd already infiltrated
then
before the Tiber attack.
They've already stated that Jean would be a good leader, and then if he was the dad, it would automatically put him in a position of power. So it would make sense.
And they keep bringing back how much justice he has in him, which is good for leadership.
That's what I mean, it's a good prediction or hypothesis.
I don't know, because Armin, it ain't Armin's kid.
I mean, Armin's got to get with the old diamond girl, Annie, though. So she's still got to play some role in this, too. And 3 episodes for Annie to come back, them to have a moment, or like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they're going to, this shit ain't going to get sewed up in a nice bow, I don't think.
I mean, 3 episodes, a lot can happen.
That's not even...
It ain't going to finish.
It's like,
it ain't going to finish, but we can get,
what is that, like 69 minutes? 3 episodes?
Yeah, each one's usually
like 22, 23 minutes.
22 minutes each.
I mean, think about what happened from the Declaration of War episode to like the 3 after that. Like a lot of shit happened.
Yeah, the way they've been doing it ever since the Declaration of War, each chapter's been about an episode.
Yeah, they got to keep all the dialogue because there's still a lot of explaining to do, and then they're gonna try to have action too. I mean, I guess they could have dialogue, that one action episode and a bunch of dialogue episodes too, which I don't care. I mean, I'll sit there and watch them just talk and negotiate shit all day because I'm that invested in all that stuff. So,
okay, what other final thoughts on Attack on Titan before we move to Juju?
I just thought it was funny when Eren walks in the room and with Mikasa and Armin and Gabby's just sitting there like death face, saying she's talking all that shit about, oh, I'm gonna kill her.
Yeah,
Eren Yeager, and she finally meets him, and then she's like
scared,
death stare. Like she can't do nothing.
I thought she would be able to fucking beat Niccolo. Honestly, I mean, she's
like
a
kid.
I mean, she's a warrior candidate. I know he's a soldier. I just thought she'd put up a fight, because she's a warrior candidate. Like she's went out there with the fucking bombs and
shit. Chefs, they can throw. They got some hands on.
I mean, I'm sure he's trained to some degree too. I just figured she'd put up more of a fight, I guess, instead of just like cower.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think she'd just take that fucking hook.
Well, she wasn't expecting it.
After Falco got bopped in the head, she should have been ready to fight.
I mean, and
she was talking all that shit to Niccolo, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, it's just realistic too. How old are they supposed to be?
12.
13, 12?
12.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how skilled a 12-year-old is. Any adult can whoop that kid's ass.
Most likely,
give that 12-year-old a knife. And
I just thought she would have the mindset, though. I didn't think she'd have the mindset to like just take a blow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's always been a fighter.
Yeah, she wasn't expecting it.
She fucking killed that dude on the string, grabbed his thing, and shot him with the plane to kill one person. Like,
yeah, but
I mean,
she had an advantage there.
I mean, she's been through a lot, but just to take that risk, but then just to like let Falco get fucking knocked in the head. I guess because it's her own person, and she never thought they would like betray or like take the side of someone else. Because that seems to throw her off every time when someone's like doesn't agree with the exact teachings that they grew up on.
Yeah.
You guys have any predictions on anybody that will die in the next 3 episodes?
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Peak. I'm saying Peak dies.
Yeah, I don't care.
Pretty fucking quick.
I don't care. I don't care for any of. Reiner's the only one that'll have any impact on me, and I'm not saying that he should live.
I don't know. I mean, I know some deaths already to come. So
well, then you get to talk. Then don't talk.
Yeah, you don't get to talk. I don't care if Peak or Galliardo die. Like Reiner, he could die. That's fine. But I mean, he is more of a complex character.
His death is going to have significance.
Yeah, because we've come to understand him. And we know that he enjoyed his time in the walls to some degree, or enough to, form a split personality. Well, I wouldn't say that. He just got fucked up from trying to take on the leader and then moving in there. What about like on what we would consider at one point the good guys?
I think that.
You think any of the trio will die?
I think Armin and Eren will die. At the end.
I believe Eren will die. I haven't even finished it, but I think he's gonna die.
I think
you think he's gonna get killed, or you think he'll die at the end of his 5 years that he has left to live?
I think he dies to save everybody. Maybe I'm imagining him like grabbing Zeke and like jumping off a cliff with him to where they both fall to their deaths, like just taking out the last
lava
bloodline. Because without
they're born again though is the thing, so it's better to keep them alive than somebody you know.
But without Zeke, Historia is the only royal blood and her child.
So her child would inherit. Someone would eventually inherit those Titan powers, though.
Yeah, but like Zeke couldn't pass on any shit blood to the next person.
Yeah.
Because I
don't fucking know who's gonna die. Like, I mean, maybe Connie, unfortunately. But I feel like they've killed too many of the like side-ish or like main side characters. That's like, now you just be doing us dirty if you kill any more of them. And Jean could be safe. I mean, Historia could die too, I guess.
Jean, yeah, I don't know.
People are gonna die. I just don't know who.
They haven't shown us that many people lately. Like we've just been seeing a lot of Gabby and Falco and what they're up to. So at this point, whoever dies, it's kind of like it's all going to be surprising.
Yeah, I want Falco or Gabby to die. I mean, I want one of the two to die.
I hope Gabby dies. Falco's my boy.
I know he is, but I mean, either way, either one of their deaths will be impactful because most people like Falco. So if he dies, it'll be impactful. But if Gabby dies, it'll impact Falco. So it'll also be impactful because most people like Falco.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those are our predictions. All right, let's talk about some Jujutsu Kaisen. Juju for short. I have not watched the newest episode, but I'm willing to talk about it. So
first thing I've noticed in the new, it's kind of just a setup for like probably the last episode or two. It's going to be a pretty good arc. The first thing I noticed is that the chemistry between Fushiguro, I think I say it wrong. I think I always say Fugishiro, but isn't it Fushiguro?
Probably Megami.
Either way, but they always call him that, and Itadori and the girl Nobara. They have good chemistry, like already better than like Sasuke, Naruto, Sakura.
The non-useless Sakura.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. This episode really shows it too. Just like they've built up a good. Like I enjoy them, those three together.
The nice Sasuke, the non-useless Sakura, and then the dumb Naruto.
The dumb Naruto.
Well,
Naruto
he was dumb
dumb
to begin with.
Yeah,
too, yeah.
But I don't know. I'm starting to really. It's going to be one of my favorite things going forward. Probably the relationships they've built. It doesn't seem like they've built it there, but you'll just have to watch the episode and see.
Well, and I think that they probably have a stronger relationship too, is because Fushiguro, Megami, and Nobara, they thought for several months that Itadori was straight up dead.
Yeah.
And so now they're like cherishing that they have their full team back.
Fushiguro. I just was noticing when Itadori says it in the thing, he's like, I always said it like spaced out, but he says it really fast, like,
yeah,
Fushiguro. Like,
what did you guys think about that fight, the end of that fight with Aototo, Itadori, and Hanami? Gojo coming in with his purple haze or whatever he called it.
Red reversal, blue, whatever he said.
Yeah, it was like purple.
Shit got spoiled for me before I even watched it. I already seen all the shit on Instagram of him like, above the sky.
I'm just wondering, was that his ultimate move or does he have more up his sleeve?
I don't think that was his ultimate move. I think that's one of his more serious attacks.
Did they say how he broke the gate?
It's freaking Gojo.
Because then they thought they would have more time. Because when he did, like that one dude with who wants to like make people out of like skin suits or whatever.
Yeah, he wanted to make him into a coat rack.
Yeah. He thought he'd have more time, so he obviously.
I don't think that they showed us how he got in. I think they just insinuated.
I think they knew he'd be able to, but he just did it even quicker.
He did it quicker than they thought.
Yeah, that was a freaking awesome fight.
Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards like, because. At certain points I said on another podcast, like it doesn't feel like they're breaking any ground or doing anything new. But I mean, I'm starting to just go like, because as soon as they start fighting, like it's pretty damn legit. And like if it becomes a Dragon Ball Z-ish, I'm almost okay with it. But also that was the first arc really, so they could really go in any direction. So it's got time to. But if the storyline's just okay, I think it's still going to be one of my favorites.
Yeah,
just based off the fights.
What do you guys think of the animation compared to Attack on Titan? They're both by Mappa.
They're putting way more effort into this one.
I believe they're putting a lot more effort into Jujutsu Kaisen. When they showed his ultimate move, it looked amazing compared to.
Oh yeah, when you compared even Dorohedoro to Attack on Titan, or Attack on Titan to Juju, yeah, they're pumping out of the same studio, but they've got their best guys on Jujutsu. Because of, the hype and Attack on Titan, like you don't want to come out with the last season and it look completely fucking different than the third season.
Yeah, they're trying to keep the same drawing.
Yeah, you want to keep it.
But when it comes to the fighting with the
Titans, yeah.
It's different, yeah.
They're doing good with the CGI, but yeah, I would definitely say Jujutsu Kaisen has the better animation right now, fighting-wise.
Did you guys read about why Gojo wears the blindfold and stuff?
I thought they all do because, like I said, that one dude, the overtime guy, also wears those glasses.
I think he just wears them for.
But he took them off too. Didn't he take them off whenever he got
when
serious?
He goes into overtime?
Yeah, so I didn't know if it was just like a thing.
It might be a thing, but I guess that the writer for
I guess
the manga,
the principal wears sunglasses too. But,
yeah, he does.
But the old man doesn't though.
He closes his eyes though.
Yeah,
he would be he would be a rock star.
What do they call it? First degree. What's their level?
First grade or whatever. Special grade is for like the.
No, those are the curses. Like, what are they ranked? They have.
I think they just go up to first, but they're better. They can be better.
Yeah, that's right. I think it might be first.
I'll have to look at it again, but there's a reason, and the writer of the manga came out and said this is why he wears a blindfold, and it's basically to preserve his power. Because when he uses his eyesight...
So it's Sharingan then. He needs to keep it covered or it's going to drain his chakra.
Basically, it drains his cursed energy. Like, he can see even with his eyes closed because he can feel the cursed energy in everything, even in inanimate objects. That is a mouthful to say. Even in inanimate objects. But yeah, I thought that was cool. But I agree with you, Brennan. He looks way cooler with the bandana on, or when his hair's up, because when he's got the glasses on and his hair's down, he looks like a completely different character.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to grow on me. I just didn't expect him to be as girly as he was. Like, he's a pretty boy.
Yeah.
Which is fine. He's kind of a pretty boy anyways. It's just like, whenever he goes into that, it changes the look, because he's like kind of a goofball.
I saw a thing by the manga artist who made Gojo saying that he knows he's a pretty boy, but he doesn't believe that Gojo would be settled for one woman. He would mess around too much. Because he says Gojo knows that he's a pretty boy, so he's gonna mess around.
Well, yeah, he's powerful as shit. How do you not know that? He knows he's the best. He said that episode 1.
Is there I was gonna say this in one of our episodes because as I was watching the opening, I was like, shit, are they gonna do like a filler episode with baseball? Because it shows Itadori at the plate.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's filler or not, but then they had the baseball episode.
It gave me some like some Twilight vibes, like the vampires playing baseball out in the field.
Did you say like when they hit what's his name in the face with the baseball? If I hit a home run here, and then they hit him in the fit.
Yeah, Ayo Toto.
They all hate Toto because they're all like, nice pitch.
Nice pitch.
Yeah, good pitch, good pitch. It's intentional too.
They're like, Yuji's like, they all hate you.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad because I don't know. I guess I like the characters enough to watch an episode like that, and it may have been manga canon. I don't know. But for one episode, at least they didn't like do a 2-episode baseball game, and they kept it pretty light. Like the game was over, in one episode, and then it was done.
Yeah, I liked that episode. I think it's good to throw in those lighthearted ones.
Yeah, you gotta
because they are kids.
You gotta have people invested though, or like I'd be pissed. I'd be like, fucking baseball.
We need to find out what the scar on Ayo Toto's face is from, and their leader girl that Gojo was giving a hard time because they both got huge scars on their face.
Doesn't that other guy too, who Fushiguro was fighting? That's like the leader of that clan. Does he have scars too? He like keeps his eyes closed. I'm pretty sure.
Curse.
Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot still we don't know, but
I mean, we got a good cast right here, and I'm sure they'll add in more. So
manga of that one, so I have no idea.
Don't ever read the manga on Jujutsu Kaisen, just so that we can all be on the same page. Because when you read the manga, like me and Brennan can't even talk to you in deep depth because you know what's gonna happen. Okay, I've got a question, but it moves us into our last segment: strongest anime characters. I mean, Ayo Toto, where do you rank him in the universe of cursed users?
From what we've seen, he's probably like the second, I guess. Technically,
that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, the only one. I mean, maybe
his cheek clapping ability is pretty OP. Yeah,
it is pretty sweet. He's good with it too. He's like,
he's
nice with it.
He uses it to fuck with people's heads. Yeah. Like he claps even when he's not going to change.
Yeah, he says he has to clap to use it, but it doesn't mean he has to activate it.
And he can choose if he wants to switch with a person. Which person, even cursed objects.
Yeah, as long as it has cursed energy, he can switch with it.
Yeah, an inanimate object can have cursed energy. So it's pretty... I just don't know how, unless you had, like, what's the Captain Yami? What is he called? His ki, where he can, like, predict a move. Unless you have
just like
ki.
Goku with hit. You know what I mean? Like, lots of people have just relied on their prediction and reaction time to beat people like him. So that's basically what it would take. Just someone who's just like that much.
It would take
physically
somebody
more powerful, like Gojo.
You'd have to know exactly where he's going because you can't predict it. But that's the only way you can beat him is if you can predict where his clap's going to take him. Well, the thing is, if anywhere,
doesn't it benefit him more since Itadori was fighting with him? Like, what's he going to be switching with in the open fucking field 1-on-1? You know what I mean?
He could switch with the person he's fighting.
Yeah, he can switch.
So they're throwing a punch.
That's true.
He could
but then, yeah, you're right.
I mean, he can send them. He can switch Itadori with an inanimate object too. So he can just switch that person to where every time they throw a punch, he switches with a tree and they just punch a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see him get in more fights too.
It's kind of like in Naruto, the log thing where they turn into a
substitution.
Substitution jutsu.
That's basically what it is now that I think about it. It's like a substitution jutsu. Except it's much faster.
With Sasuke's Rinnegan, he can switch with shit too. He does it with a sword all the time, or like.
Yeah, but he can probably do that like once or twice.
Yeah, it uses more. There's more limits. Yeah. Cursed energy seems to be more bottomless than chakra.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a tailed beast.
I've got 3 strongest anime characters in mind. We've
talked about this episode 1 briefly, but
I mean, let's talk about it again because I want to. Now that we know more about Gojo, I think it could potentially change some things.
Just the domain thing is just like
Okay, so we decided that Goku could pretty much whoop Saitama's ass one punch.
I mean, I don't know if you could whoop his ass.
I just think even Goku can break a barrier out of Gojo.
Okay,
but let's just start powering up and shattering shit.
Let's keep Goku out of it for now. So we'll bring him in after we decide who wins in a fight between Gojo and Saitama. I think Gojo claps him.
He'd have a chance, but I don't know. Saitama might just start flying and break through the barrier.
But like, what if
he could
Saitama's a gag character.
What if he did like his serious punch barrage and just like punch through the barrier?
You know, if he would punch the barrier, it's gonna break.
Yeah, he only needs one punch.
But they're both kind of gag characters. Like neither of them take a fight seriously. Like we haven't got to see Gojo take a fight seriously either.
Even in the,
he did a little
part
bit.
Of the One Punch Man manga, you still haven't seen much of what Saitama can do.
We don't fucking know anything about his origins either. It pisses me off the most.
You know his training regimen.
I mean, that's all we know, but something had to give. At some point.
Why does you know that shirt that Saitama wears where it has like the titties on it? It's like the obi. What is that? It's like a hoodie and it's got like boobs on it.
I don't know. I'd have to look at it. Yeah. I'm sure it has some meaning. Just like fucking like Krillin wears like a shirt that just says taco on it. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, that's fan service, I feel like, for America.
That's what I mean. It could just be something random or some brand. Who knows?
Okay, so I'm leaning toward I think Gojo could beat Saitama.
Saitama's powers are just more straightforward, so it's easy to think. It's kind of like always like the thing like
inside of me,
Naruto
I want
characters.
Gojo to win, but
I don't
know enough about Saitama still. Even though we've seen him, his anime's still going, manga's still going strong. It's hard to say.
If it's
like
a fight
genjutsu
to the death,
almost. You know what I mean? It's always like
that's why I think he'd win because Saitama, his powers are too
straightforward.
Like he's got to get a hand on you. You know.
Yeah.
Gojo he can put him in a domain and freeze time.
But you feel like but like you said, Saitama, he just needs one punch.
That's it. He just needs a punch. I don't know. It's fun to think about it.
I just can't see him panicking though. Like no matter what happens in the domain, like he would just be like, you know what I mean? He just never panics.
Yeah.
So he would like just take it as it is, and I don't know. Like,
he would just take a beating until he gets a shot.
I mean, he would just whatever comes at him, he would just dodge. He's fast as fuck too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
You know the episode whenever he takes the fitness test?
Yeah.
It jumps through the ceiling.
Yeah.
The shuffle. He's like,
that's true.
That's what I'm saying. You just never know. I just feel like it's also his advantage being so simple. Like he wouldn't be like, oh shit, what do I do? Like he would just like fucking stand there. Whatever came at him, he dodged, and then eventually he'd just start trying to get out.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta punch it.
I just couldn't bet against Saitama yet. I just haven't seen enough against Gojo.
I think I just think Gojo deserves a little respect. He's climbing the ranks.
It's like, what about? So
he's definitely up there now.
So you think Genos has no chance against Gojo?
No chance.
No. Genos is
he has no chance against half the people in one punch.
That move that he used against
the thing with Genos, he's kind of like
reversal red and purple haze.
He's like Vegeta.
He's like Fushiguro. Yeah. He never wins a fight.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't win.
As fuck.
Yeah.
He doesn't ever win a fight because he's strong, but he's never stronger than the main villain.
Yeah. He always puts up a good fight, like, oh, he may win this one, then nope.
Yeah, I know.
Gets blown to bits, and it's just.
But I feel like he could put up a fight against Gojo Sensei.
No, I think Gojo, he'd hit him with that attack.
He's explosive as fuck. He may be able to power. He may be able to power through a barrier too.
Okay, Colton. Since Brennan isn't caught up on Black Clover, Yami Tsukihira, where he is right now with that death pierce, you think he could stand a chance against Gojo Saitama or Goku.
No.
I don't either.
No.
The Black Clover universe, they're just not on the same level.
They're not there.
And I've said it before, I don't think everyone should strive to have a character that can take on Goku. Like, it has to be, like, Saitama's okay, because it's like, he's One Punch Man. But, like, if you're trying to create someone that's just, like, overpowered as fuck.
Okay,
we always say Goku, but then it's like, is Jiren stronger than all these people?
Here's a question.
You know?
Jiren's weaker than Goku now.
I know, but
we don't know that.
Jiren and Saitama would be a good fight.
Yeah.
I still think Saitama would whoop his ass, though.
Jiren's?
Yeah.
I think that would be
Jiren he was onto something.
Part of me still thinks Saitama could whoop Goku's ass, too. I don't know. It depends on the matchup. Wait, there's no way we'll know. Here's another question or scenario. We got all 9 Titans working in unison against Krillin.
Krillin would Destructo Disc the Titan, the massive Titan, the colossal Titan down real fucking quick.
You know that.
You think he could win?
He would Destructo Disc his fucking legs, and that one.
Even
would
if
be
they
done.
cover their nape, it's going through their hands and the nape. With
the thing is with Krillin, he can fly too. He'll just get above them all.
You think even the Warhammer's armor could block the? Not block.
And
the
like
Destructo?
what he said, Krillin can fly.
It's actually an advantage because think about them; they're able to kill him with the ODM gear. He's like got ODM gear, but no limitations, no gas.
See, that sucks to think about, like how weak these Titans are compared to the Dragon Ball.
Shit, Yamcha would have a chance. I think Yamcha could at least escape.
He would he'd take out most of them before he went down.
Okay,
he doesn't really have. He can do the Kamehameha, can he?
Yeah.
And he has the Wolf Fang Fist, but I don't think that would.
Nah, that's not. I wouldn't be using the Wolf Fang Fist
it wouldn't work good against the
Titans.
All right, what about the Shadow Jutsu guy against the 9 Titans?
The Shadow.
Your favorite character from Naruto? I can't remember his name.
Shikamaru?
Yeah, Shikamaru against the 9 Titans.
Fuck, probably not. He could probably like freeze one and then Shadow stitch the nape, but he'd have to figure out the nape's the weak spot first.
I mean, those shadows create huge Titans create huge shadows.
That's always been his thing.
But the bigger they are, the harder it is for control. And he didn't have a lot of chakra.
He couldn't beat him.
So you're saying the Attack on Titan universe is stronger than the Naruto universe?
Well, Naruto could probably clap him with Kurama.
And Sasuke would clap him with
because he's got the 9 beasts.
Fucking Tailed Beast Bomb or Planetary Devastation.
Sasuke would clap him with Susanoo.
Pain could beat the 9 Titans. He would do Planetary Devastation.
That's true.
Just suck
all
him
he
up
had to
into
do
the
is
earth.
just use, freaking force him down to the ground and.
Yeah, the old almighty push.
Almighty push and almighty pull.
Oh,
Universal pull.
Universal pull, and almighty push. He did have some of the best jutsu in the anime.
He just had the voice actor in English and in Japanese.
I think I liked his English voice actor was pretty good. Almighty push.
Yeah, he was.
It's deep and it's what you need.
Huh. So basically what we're landing on again is Goku's still at the top of this pyramid.
I mean, we can kick Goku's ass out of it and just talk about other people that are pretty strong.
Yeah, you can basically put him like an ascended and then.
I think right now we've got to keep Gojo and Saitama.
People don't ever talk about Luffy, but like Luffy may be able to take Naruto. He's pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, but Naruto's he's not even on the 3rd tier of this pyramid.
You're not even taking Naruto now.
Luffy can mostly indestructible through a lot of attacks too.
Yeah.
Unless you can do hockey, because he's a rubber man.
Just say Vegeta's about to learn that.
I think Luffy v Naruto is a really good matchup, and I like Naruto better. But I wouldn't just. It's hard to bet against Luffy.
I haven't watched enough of Luffy and One Piece to know, but I'm always gonna go with my boy Naruto.
I know, and I started it, and now that I'm watching Goblin Slayer and Dorohedoro.
You gotta keep going. Like, there's certain arcs that are like the Water 7 arc is probably the first really fucking good one, and then like there's a lot of ones like Thriller Bark. I didn't like that one that much, but and then mostly once they get to the time skip, they're mostly all pretty damn good. Maybe not Punk Hazard, but they all serve a purpose.
All right, any more scenarios you guys want to talk about? Matchups?
I mean, we're just we're kickballing it around here. Maybe if we set up
it's just fun to talk about
if we set up some matches pre-hand.
Well, we only have like 2 episodes left of Black Clover.
3 episodes of Attack on Titan.
3 of Attack on Titan. What's the other big one? Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be done in 2.
Dr. Stone, I'm sure, is finishing up soon for season 2.
It's usually 24, so it's only midway.
We need to use the dead time to catch up on some shit and talk about it. I do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have today, I think. Everybody, follow us on Instagram @ThatAnimePodcast, Twitter @ThatAnimePod, underscores between the words. We have a YouTube site up. You can listen to our show there. We have not started recording yet. Actually, right after this episode, we're going to
What's our YouTube
keep working.
called?
Our YouTube, you just got to search. You have to have 100 subscribers before you can pick your YouTube handle. So you just got to search That Anime Podcast, and you'll find us. You know the logo. We're going to work on our studio, Land of the Setting Sun Studios here right after we stop recording. So you guys will be able to watch us on YouTube and listen to us on podcast pretty soon. Anything else from you guys, Brennan, Colton?
Nope. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. I'm Jordo.
I'm Brennan.
I'm Colton.
We are the Evans Bros. Thank you for listening. Everybody have a great week and peace out.